sorry, I know already that we have from folks a question of what are the core differences between ransomware and other types of cyber attack?
Sure. Well, a lot of what I spoke on, right, is that number one, they bypass all of our known security controls, such as application security, perimeter security, et cetera, right? Because the way they come in is usually through benign vectors. It's some file that a user clicks and it looks like normal material, and they hit it and it's like, oh, and you don't see anything happen. But what's really happened is that a payload's launched unbeknownst to the end user. And now this, ransomware condition starts to proliferate in the environment. The other thing is that they're very, very chaotic. They look. It looks to not only encrypt information and arrest the information, but also it does things like compromise authentication databases and exfiltrate information so that it can start to leak that to public forums. I mean, there's so many things that go on with a given attack that it differs from just say a denial of service, where it's really just aimed at shutting down a particular service. This is much more chaotic, and this is precisely why organizations really, really struggle to respond, is because there's so much going on at one time.
Are there any steps to prevent ransomware attacks? Big steps people can take?
Without a doubt. So a lot of what I talked about, right? Because if we recognize that the data is the point at which there's most risk, it's bolstering your defenses at that point. I mean, I think the reality is that many organizations, particularly large enterprise, have invested millions of dollars in perimeter, application, et cetera, security. Where I find the lacking and the wanting is in backup and recovery. Why? Because it's never been an issue in the past until ransomware. So all the things I talked about, authentication controls, expiration controls, multi-factor, immutability, air gapping, those are key ingredients, all of them together to be able to respond defensively and recover quickly.
So given that we're the vector, there's no actual way to prevent the attack. There's only ways to prevent the damage the attack is intended to do.
That is really correct. I mean, because let's face it, cyber criminals have all the time in the world to find new ways in. So let's concede they'll get there, but let's also say that go for it, because we can respond.
So thank you. That is fascinating. And there's been some very enthusiastic comments in the chat. Please, everybody, don't forget to check out Rubrik's resource room in these next 10, 20 minutes. You have a chance there to win a $100 Amazon gift card and can continue the conversation with Jason in more depth. And we also have some time built in for folks to visit the sponsor resource rooms. And we're going to basically break for 20 from the main session at this point. And we will reconvene at past. Jason, again,
Awesome.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you, John. You take good care, everyone.